Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past Rando Challenge Cup match. It's a Group B match. We are bringing to you today. We have Oyster SA and PipoOnTour. I hope I said that correctly. This is an open Swords Rando normal Enemizer with the goal of defeating Ganon as quickly as possible. So this should be quite an entertaining match. Oyster comes in with a record of 1-0 in this Group B double round robin, and Pipo comes in with in his debut match at 0-0. So chance for Pipo to make some headway and a chance for Oyster to continue a good start. I'm ProA007. I'm very happy to be joining you here today, and joining me is Wolfman2000, who should be along in a moment.
Sorry about that. Welcome, fellow Knights of Hyrule. We originally had another one, but unfortunately Ganon had slipped in basically bad Kuko meat. So here I am on subs. Right.
And we welcome Wolfman. So today it's going to be fun. I think this is going to be quite a race, especially with Enemizer in play. That's going to cause all sorts of unintended chaos, I think, for our runners and force them into situations they would not normally have considered. And we are off. So, ooh, a flute right off the bat in Link's house. That is something.
That
Ectoplasm.
Oh gosh, I forgot how crazy the Enemizer looks, and right. Timer, I will get that going shortly.
Oh, we got lions and ectoplasms and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Alright, RM timer is officially 35 seconds behind. Sorry about that.
So we got early bombs. We got an early bomb. We got a couple of bombs here and more bombs, so it can be good, quick Kakariko for them. See what the race game is holding.
I don't see a lot of runners do the Southern Tour now that I think about it, and race game had nothing worth winning, right?
Yeah, big 20, nothing to get excited about. Let's see. Library has bombs, nothing exciting there. So Terra's going on up to Kakariko. I don't know what character Oyster is playing as.
I believe it's one of the newer sprites.
I think so. I haven't seen this one. Terra is fairly common. Oyster going into the back of the shop finds 50 rupees, so more bombs potentially if they so choose, but maybe not just yet. Yep, actually, yes. Pipo was hoping to use the shed, but doesn't have any weapons to make this work, so we have to double back.
Good thing those bombs were found. I think Oyster's going to visit the Kuko hut.
Yep. Sarsaparilla has left his place to go to Near Eastern, so Kukos have overtaken everything. Moon Pearl, very nice.
Hold on a second, Proa.
Yeah.
The ducks are amok.
The Swag Duck Anthem has been played. And see what happens from here. Going into Thieves and Blind's hideout. See 5 chests in there. Usually something good in there. Hammer.
That's good.
Bombs. money. And, ooh, the Cane of Samaria. Well.
No, we can make the blocks and then easily destroy them.
Blinds harder, his lack thereof, in the back of his hideout. So, if an interesting assortment of items, a lot of early exploration possible, and there's going to be fewer save and quits because of the flute.
Oh, hopefully this well has something good.
Money, so they can pay off the bottle vendor now. At least Pipo can.
Right, because Oyster had to spend those 50 rupees on bombs.
Right. Boots! And powder! Well, and more love. So we got a fetch quest going on here with the powder. As soon as they can get some magic, though, that's priority one. But
alright. Bottle vendor doesn't have anything of worth, and Pipo is right. We have powder, we have hammer. We can just immediately visit the magic band. Never mind.
Once some magic is found, yes. A small matter, but nonetheless, can go into the Lost Woods, pick up a couple items there, maybe do a back check on the Lumberjack Cave. See if Aga is going to be required here.
Piece of heart on the forest ground. How about inside the other hideout?
Yeah. Now we can kill Aga. Now we can go after Aga in style. There's something said for that.
There's also something to be said about just safety items. I like my fairies.
Yeah. Absolutely. And having early powder, I've always liked for that reason. Killing off anti-fairies in the later dungeons. Nice to have those extra 7 hearts coming your way. There's some magic for Oyster.
Oh boy!
Quake medallion in the
Lumberjack Cave.
Yeah, so it's a 33% chance, I suppose, or maybe a little less, that Quake will be required. It is going to depend on what crystals are in play. We actually haven't had a map check yet.
All right about that.
We don't know what is or isn't in play right now.
Also, Iris Isothesis, hopefully I said that right, brought up an interesting point. Doesn't the magic bat cave, isn't there magic in one of those 2 pots, or am I misremembering?
You might be right, actually. I hadn't thought of that, but there is not. Okay, thank you for clarifying. Looks like Oyster's going for Houlihan.
Not a bad idea. We may be slightly money-starved here. Now, admittedly, the bottle vendor only had a health, but, having extra rupee.
225 to be exact, and that's nothing to sneeze at, especially, as you say, if the money is not flowing here. Okay, we had crystals in Hera and Desert. I think that was Green Pendant in Easter.
That is what I saw. Now we're seeing Uncle with
a bottle. Well, Sick Kid is now in play.
But more importantly, these 2 pots have magic.
Yes, indeed.
So, we can now properly visit the magic bat, but Oyster is instead visiting the reservoir.
Yeah, I think Pipo might just play out the rest of the front end of Hyrule Castle, because there's a couple items to be had there, and he's got a hammer, so he can certainly do it.
Indeed. If this was a standard mode, I did not catch that.
Flippers. Ooh, there we go. Now we're getting...
Just saw that on replay. Nice.
Ah, very nice.
Well, however, this is also to Oyster's benefit. So, the Houlihan room, there are actually a few different ways to enter it, and the way that Oyster did it, it's impossible to do if you have the flippers. So in this case, excellent foresight for that. Hook shot on Pipo.
So the items are a-flowing early. Been pretty front loaded, so we're starting to get an idea of what could end up being the crucial items down the stretch here. What will the end game be? So Oyster, nice not having to deal with mini troll dorms, so he's just gonna bomb his way to the back half of the room.
All right, the rewards: money, more money, and some bombs. Ah, there's the money.
So there's 600 rupees, so can pay off Zora and hopefully get a not too cruel life lesson.
Looting to aid trying to save a little bit of time. I see a lot of runners go for this. Oh. And who is our guardian today?
Ouch. Oh, nasty enemies protecting Ice Rod Cave. You have to kind of work his way around, but so looks like Pipo's going to do the southern route now.
And in Ice Rod Cave is just
we're going to use good idea from Pipo using taking advantage of the flute. Looks like Oyster is gonna take care of the rest of the the Zora run. Got to be careful though.
Yeah, Moldorms can just crawl on any surface apparently.
And there's Wizrobes protecting the block that leads to Ice Palace.
Lake Hylia Island has nothing of worth. Pipo, excuse me, now getting flippers. And, hello there, Random Armo statue.
More Random Armo statues, man.
This is the joy of the Enemizer.
Yes, indeed. The hobo has money. Why is he a hobo if he has 50 rupees?
It may be the camper's last amounts.
Yes, man. So Pipo's going to get a fair amount of money here. He's going to still be short though on being able to get to pay off Zora. Even with Ice Rod, still going to be about 40 rupees short. So we're going to have to hope that the back of the waterfall has something, I suppose. Also, try not to get robbed.
I don't remember if the thieves have been made vulnerable in this version of the Enemizer. I know that that's possible in the standalone program, but we are not using the standalone program.
Right. Thieves are killable, according to Iris. Okay. That's good to know. So 20 rupees and some arrows in the back of a waterfall. That's not going to be enough for Pipo. He's going to be about 20. Oh, there's another 20. So it's a bit of a time sink, but could get to 500.
Oh!
Ooh. Oyster getting sniped by a laser. That hurts.
And the worst part about this is that is an out-of-the-way location. And right now the only way to get there by logic is to dive into the southern part of the pond and then warp. You don't have the power gloves in order to make it up, and I don't think the boots by themselves aren't enough.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately it isn't, so it is going to be... It looks like Oyster is going to table that for the moment, and check out Hyrule, I probably would have just powered through it, especially with, like, because Oyster was playing on the edge there for a while with only, like, 1 heart. So it might be worth it just to kind of do it again, just get it over with. There's the 50, so Pipo can now pay off Zora, and his health situation's slightly better than Oyster with 5 hearts.
And oh boy, he's already in Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, this is what happens. You know, Aghanim's taken over, and the inmates are running the asylum, etc., etc. And look at these enemies in here, man. Pure anarchy in there.
I didn't realize Ganon was related to the Joker.
Yeah, it's all variations on the theme after a while, I suppose. So, so Pipo is at 527. Can pay off Zora, and provided the enemy set isn't too brutal on the way over. But
I need a. Right, Pipo does not have the Moon Pearl. I'm trying to remember where that was, because I feel like it was gotten early.
it was. I thought it was.
Ah, okay. Thank you, Iris. Chicken Hut.
Chicken Hut. That's right.
All right, King Zora. Life lesson, love lesson, or worth?
Yeah.
Life lesson.
Yeah. So, establish that. So, what's people gonna do now? It looks like he's gonna finish up the rest of Kakariko they didn't do the first time, starting with Sick Kid.
This was our first check visiting this sickly fellow, and we just took his lunch money.
Or maybe that green magic is sort of antidote, and he's about to get a lot healthier.
And yet we still have a serving?
So
I don't know, maybe I'm thinking crazy. Speaking of crazy, here's the mad batter.
a little bit of love there. So let's see what. Sasparilla's hut hasn't been checked. Eastern hasn't been checked.
Agina's cave hasn't been checked. We have Logical Death Mountain access.
Yeah. So you can do and that's where Pipo's heading. No lamp, so technically going against logic, going for the old man.
I do not like this play. The way that Enemizer works, especially that part of the hallway right there. Yeah, Pipo is not dealing with it.
Yeah. Oyster also heading to Death Mountain.
Going to try the same strategy. Maybe better aligned, but I see him taking damage. Ooh, second bottle on top of Spectacle Rock. Heart container. Go ahead.
I was like, yes, so no mirror, but this, I don't know, that heart might be worth it just because it's early, enemies are gonna cause all sorts of damage, and on top of that, you get a hint. Maybe it's a good hint.
That is correct. V30 of the randomizer gave these telepathic tiles hints. Some of them are good, some of them not so good.
Like that one, so not quite worth the time, but 8 hearts are less than 20 minutes in, not too shabby.
Indeed. So, without that mirror, we're gonna have to take the southern route in order to get over to Death Mountain. Right now, our runners are aligned, well, trying to be Silly Thief and Mudman that's crawling over the cliff?
So, we got 7 chests here, and 8 if you count, and 8 with Spiral Cave, so... And they can actually get into Hera, as you say, through the back way, but no guarantee that it's clearable without a fire source.
Oh, okay, that is one rude, bombable Paradox Cave. The single arrow and one of the 2 single green rupees.
Ouch. So, what we got here?
Berries and a skeleton. An interesting Okay, that was a nice can of Samaria block usage.
Got blue mail, some love, health refill for Oyster. There's the power glove, and there's another piece of heart. So Dark World is now in play. That.
But I think Oyster wants to go to Tower of Hera or Spiral Cave. Setting up for the bomb jump? Gets it.
I'd probably do Hera first, just because you can actually finish. And well, you could potentially finish, I should say, and that getting a crystal out of the way early is never a bad thing. You can do Spiral Cave on the way back.
Alright, Oyster got a little bit turned around, but doing a little bit better now. On top of the island, okay, just a container. I don't think our runners are going to go for that.
Probably not, no. So yeah, it looks like they're both heading to Hera. Oyster taking his time with the mini troll dorm. Pipo is in Tower of Hera, so there's 2 unique items here, and okay, there's a compass.
That's not good. We're guaranteed either small key or big key. We hope for big.
Fire Rod is in Thieves Town. That's good intelligence. Okay.
And we have the big key, so we're moving on up.
Yeah, that could be Thieves having the Fire Rod. That's depending on what the item depending on the crystal lineup, could have a quick knockout of 2 crystal dungeons.
Indeed. Plus, we have... I just realized something. I need a reminder on the rules here. Does this Enemizer also do boss shuffle?
I'm not 100% sure of that myself. I think we're going to find out in about 1 minute. Unique item is in GT.
If it's in GT, that means it's not going to be necessary. Ooh, Titan's Mitts, nice!
So that's 1. So Troll Dorm will either have the map or item number 2.
That is assuming it is Moldorm. Now
That's
remember,
true.
even if it is an enemy shuffle, even if it is a boss shuffle, it is possible that it could be the same boss.
That looks like Argus.
No, that's Vitreous!
Oh, that's Oh, that's even worse. Ooh.
And, you cannot stay safe up on top. Fortunately, Blue Mail will reduce the damage, but... Oh, Oyster had fallen!
So, wow, this is not... And, unfortunately, no bow at this point, so this is gonna... make things a little Oh, ouch. There goes Terra. And that's the rest
Pipo has now seen the light, and it's not worth it.
Not at this stage. So, do Spiral Cave, and then I'd be tempted to just go to Dark World and, you know, because Titan's Mitt, you can do a quick run into Dark World from Kakariko and take care of that.
Yep. 6 items in Dark World Death Mountain that we have logical access to.
That is true. That is true.
The 7th, the Spike Cave, it's kind of tricky. Technically, we have the items, and we do have one bottle, so we could force it that way, but I don't think our runners are going to want to do that right now.
Not at 9 hearts, especially when people's already been getting dinged up on the way down. So, but yeah, that's definitely in play, and certainly worth the candle. And Pipo doesn't even. Pipo's gonna have to do this the hard way, so because it didn't get Moon Pearl. That's right.
Chicken Hut.
So how long is it gonna be before Pipo figures that one out?
In the meantime, Oyster is trying bomb strategies.
But
but that pit is actually causing more problems.
So the so gonna have to do this the hard way, and oof. King's Tomb, that's a good play. You don't usually see it 25 minutes in. Fortunately, the item isn't worth it. Ooh.
Now Oyster has seen the light, and it burns! Try to not reuse the same joke twice in a row.
Okay, so Pipo, going to Agina, it looks like.
Yeah, without either Moon Pearl or Mirror for a Super Bunny glitch, the 2 items in the Mire shed are inaccessible to him.
Right. So this could take a while for people to realize.
Hopefully he didn't mismark it on his tracker. Ooh! Second bottle of goo.
Because of the potential oversight, people might decide, okay, I'm going to go to Eastern and Sarsaparilla, because neither have been checked yet.
Well, he's flying. That's exactly what he's doing. Nice foresight there, Proa.
Yeah. Thanks. At this stage, if he doesn't have Moon Pearl, like, the number of choices are very, very small. And no sword yet from either player, so there is that on top of everything else. So, can't do Aghanim.
Alright, multiple checks coming.
There it is. There's a... Oh!
There's another...
Well, Sarsaparilla is a real hoarder.
And
well.
And Super Bunny Cave had nothing of worth. What is this?
Man. So...
Oh.
Gonna get our first medallion check. And it's Ether.
Alright, so far... Oh, map check.
So... Pendants at Pod and Turtle Rock. Red Crystal in Mire. So... Have that.
I did not see the other red crystal, though.
I think it was Skull Woods. Drug deal on the horizon. The mushroom. Literacy. I don't think Oyster intended for that.
Well, it doesn't help when you have these flying explosive mushrooms around.
True. Got whiz robes in Eastern from the looks of it. Oyster didn't get much out of Hookshot Cave.
Oh, that book technically does give us Desert Palace access.
Right. Can at least do it. Can't finish. And Oyster is going to head to, looks like it's going to start some Dark World item hunting.
do like this play, yeah.
Oyster, not I think forgetting you can take the front door to through that. We don't need the hammer right now, but okay. So Pipo getting some money. Not much so far out of Eastern, but probably will be able to clear it with the items currently has. Shouldn't be too much trouble.
As long as we don't have a surprise Trinex.
Right. There is that potential danger in Enemizer.
I am so glad that I'm right now using a tracker that lets me change the boss.
Yeah. So, let's see what we got here in Thieves Town. I'm going to play the chess game to lead off. Bomb and money.
Well, that bomb is actually useful because you need a bomb, and oh, speaking of Trinex, hi Trinex, apparently he's crossed out of the game and into our chat.
Trinex is capable of many things.
Alright, first item in Thieves Town.
Fire Rod, there it is. So, sorry, but yeah, chat, one of the hints that said Fire Rod was in Thieves Town, and the hint did not lie.
And bomb is the second item. Boss of Eastern may have something, but Pipo is not finishing it.
So, see if...
Go ahead.
Okay, I was a back of escape, it looks like.
Yeah. I think I understand why Pipo didn't want to finish it. It is a green pendant, which at best would give you one more item from Sahasrara. Oh.
Short of the bomb there.
I had missed what Oyster got. I'm checking the replay. Alright, compass over there, and nothing worthwhile on the back of escape. Well, maybe that small key if you consider that worth.
Yeah. But not at this stage. So, Pipo is running out of choices at this stage. Until he goes back to Chicken Hut. You know, it could be one of those things where you're like, oh, I did that. It's like, no, sorry. I think it was a bomb counting situation at that point. Oh.
Going back to Death Mountain? Logically, the only thing he can do is try to take out Vitreous, I think.
The Master Sword probably makes it a little more tolerable, but it's still going to be a real grind to get through it. Ooh, good idea. Using the magic powder to get a free health refill from the anti-fairy.
And our hint. Oh no! The hint tile is guarded by the spikes!
The unique item is in Turtle Rock. Well...
Oh boy, that can be tricky. So, the unique item in Ganon's Tower is... Unless I can't think of any item that we would need to find in there to finish.
Yeah, at this point, all the major items are off the table, so like the only thing it could have probably have been, depending on how twisted your logic is and how twisted the route is, it could have been something like Bow could have, I suppose, been in there if you played your cards right with dungeons, or Boots could have been in play, but
we may have to take a Turtle Rock dive instead.
yeah, that isn't uncommon though, having to do time sinks into pendant dungeons, anyways. So, Pipo's gonna give it another go with Vitreous. Oyster gonna go.
Sorry, Iris Isothesis actually brought up a decent list of items that it could be.
Silvers, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and I don't think any of the... Actually, it cannot be the lamp, because lamp is required by logic in order to get through Misery Mire.
Right. So People's got got both. So this is gonna be pretty. It's gonna be faster. It's not gonna be by no means a guarantee, but only 9 hearts. But man, so much more convenient.
And with that map in the Thieves' Town cellar, I think we're gonna have a 1-to-1 key situation. Oyster, I said we have a 1-to-1 key.
Yeah. Right.
Oh boy. Pipo fortunately took out the smaller eyes, but does not have enough arrows for the big one.
It's gonna have to be charged swing.
And oh boy, Vitreous just wants to be all over.
So yeah, so two dungeons, two Vitruses. It's gonna take the health refill. Good idea. Vitreous. Oh, well, of course. And there's our There's our second unique item in Hera. So basement not required, and Pipo's on the board at 34-23.
Now, we have at least confirmed that this is the standard boss shuffle so far. It could be a Chaos boss shuffle if we see a third Vitreous.
So, what Pipo decides to do here.
Ooh, Trinex believes it's Chaos.
Chaos. Oof.
Well, we don't officially know yet. We've only seen 2 bosses so far. Oh, okay, and Trinex is basically saying, yeah, it's always going to be Chaos.
People are going to try to go for the old man again, now that he's got a sword, make navigation a little more manageable. There's a mimic in there. 10 arrows in the digging game.
And I think that mimic caused too many problems for Pipo.
Yeah.
Right now, he's contemplating. He may very well have mismarked the chicken hut.
Yeah. So Oyster is gonna rescue the toad and take him back to Kakariko.
While Pipo is flying off to
He's in Kakariko. I think he's figured it out.
Definitely figured it out. Oh boy. Now, how will he handle opening this chest? Oh gosh, already throwing pots at the Cuckoos. This is not good.
Yeah. I don't know, I think it took it remarkably well, considering.
Just attack the Cuckoo, but then again, many do that anyway, I guess, so...
Right. Blacksmith's been returned, so it's gonna... 10 rupees, we get a piece of heart. So in spite of all the shuffling around, Pipo's actually not in bad shape here with the way the items have played out. He's got Master Sword, he's got bow, so can finish off Vitreous in Thieves' Town and make a quick U-turn and take care of Skull Woods.
Ah, and thank you, SAGTG. Yes, let the cuckoos fly free. I would prefer a different way of doing so, though. One that wouldn't involve me being pecked to death.
Right. So, Oyster is going into Skull Woods. 2 unique items in here.
That, and perhaps more importantly, a pyramid crystal.
Right. The other being Meyer. So actually no, they have everything they need except for Lamp by logic, but they may be confident enough in their darkroom navigation to make a run at it.
However, it's not a safe. We can't call go mode yet, and the reason for that is because we have to consider the ice rod.
True.
Now, it is entirely possible that in Chaos Boss Shuffle... Oh! Oyster got grabbed! It is entirely possible that Trinex is not spawned at all. Part of how Chaos Boss Shuffle works, it takes the 10 primary bosses, excuse me, and just distributes them randomly and in different amounts. It is entirely possible that one or more bosses gets skipped entirely through this process. I think I've heard of a seed once where there were 5 Helmasar Kings. Excuse me, I was thinking of Wind Waker.
So, yeah, very much on the table as far as that goes. And there's the big key. Iris saying, "He had all Trinexes once. We weep for you."
Send me that seed if you can, Iris, because I am genuinely curious about how that one would have worked.
Always trying to set up a bomb skip across the chasm. Only has 1 bomb, though. Which doesn't work. Gonna have... Nope, didn't work.
Has to take the long way. Fortunately, we can just hookshot our way up there. But... Yeah, I think Oyster's just gonna take the vanilla approach and... Ooh, hello there, Firebar. And... Whoa! You can uncover Firebars under the bushes? Rude.
Joys of Enemizer, and there's more Firebars.
And that's where they move to.
Bomb. I got a bomb back, and got a couple of bombs. You have to sort of negotiate his way around this, and take too much damage in the process. What's he doing? Oh, is he... Okay. Oh, okay. Setting up the room.
It's rare that I see runners go back for that. Alright, Pipo read the hint and has recovered. And, oh boy. We have not found any items yet. That means it's going to have to be either in the transitional room or back half of Skull Woods, which fortunately we have access to.
Right. And so far, and until proven otherwise, can finish unless Trinex shows up.
That is true. Trinex is the big obstacle right now for our runners, folks.
Cold Stare could also be a problem if you don't have full magic.
Also a good point, and magic is kind of important in order to get there.
Yeah, there's the lamp, so no more dark rooms.
That means Desert Palace is now fully clearable.
Yep. Well, it already was, but with Fire Rod. But yeah, now it's official.
Oh yeah, Fire Rod. Forgot.
Yeah, it's alright. But could go for the double here if they so choose. Knock out Desert and Meyer at the same time. Ooh, that's not fun.
But in order for us to attempt to even think about Misery Mire, we need 1 medallion.
True.
And the only medallion we know about is on Lumberjack Cave. And oh boy, Oyster is running out of magic and out of time.
Okay, he's got a green...
Yeah, just saw that.
Right.
And Pipo, I'm back!
Good thing he's got the bow. This is going to make this... Yeah, not easy, but, you know, he can finish.
Oh no! Oyster can't finish Skullwoods! No sword!
Oh, that's right. Duh. Forgot all about that. And he's going to have to make a trip to Sarsaparilla for that to get 2 swords.
Alright, Pipo saving arrows for the final phase. I like this. It will take a little bit longer, but we'll be safer in the end, I think.
Yeah.
And... oh, the boss! The final item is sword locked. Never thought I'd say that.
Yeah, really. So, when does Oyster go to Sarsaparilla? Hopefully soon. 8 arrows, drops Vitreous, and it's just 1 measly rupee.
So that's where the other one went. Oyster, in the meantime, using that mushroom, going to the witch's hut.
We haven't seen that yet. Half magic, alright. Well worth the detour.
Is it? Oyster is attacking the witch! And Iris, the mushroom was located in Hookshot Cave, I believe, along with the book.
Yes, that's correct. So, it's interesting that Pipo, not getting, Pipo's, sort of lounging around early is actually really paying off right now. He's well on his way to a 3rd crystal.
And Oyster is thinking about... nope, changing his mind. I was about to say, I don't know if doing Southern is a good idea, but now... ooh. Oyster can hopefully finish off Desert.
Yeah.
And the medallion check. Double ether. Alright, that means, unless we want it for its offensive capabilities, Pedestal, or not Pedestal, Agaseed is dead.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Trinex, I had missed that. But seriously, you only need to use 1...
Oh, Pipo got grabbed. He forgot. He thought he killed,
That was an interesting camera trick.
So, where's Oyster going? Looks like Oyster might be making a run for Ice Palace.
I mean, Ice Palace is fully clearable.
Yeah.
Plus, we have 3 hints, so... Hint 1. Pointless. Ooh. Pipo getting, bamboozled over there.
Yeah, having a little trouble there. Finally pulls through. Okay, so... what is it gonna be? Ooh.
It can be almost anything. Alright, end result?
Helmasaur King.
Alright, that's doable.
Could be uncomfortable though because of the shifting floor. So this could be a real chore just getting to phase 2 of this fight. 17 hammer strikes.
However, there's one advantage. I have never seen a Helmosaur King launch his tail whenever he's spinning it around in circles like this. So we only have to deal with the fireball attack.
So...
Joy! Anytime we have a boss in Mothula's room that's not Mothula, interesting things happen.
I think, okay, that's 17.
Yeah, the conveyor belt is not causing a problem at all, but I'm concerned about that position on Helmosaur. Okay.
There he goes. Down goes Helmosaur. Oyster taking a death in Ice Palace. Red sword, nice.
The Tempered Sword. That's probably the best sword one can hope for. I mean, Golden Sword, yes, but Tempered Sword is the key one, and... yeah, Iris brought up an excellent point. A sword locks a sword.
Cruel ironies abound. People are gonna finish off, grab the second item. On his way to, let's see, Desert or Ice Palace at this point. Says, still need the mirror.
We haven't seen either Eastern or Palace of Darkness completed, but admittedly those two are pendants, and so I completely understand if people wants to avoid them.
Right. Even though, I guess, it's like, I think version 27, I guess, pendants have been given more weight as far as having aggressive items. If you can do the crystals, do them. Get them out of the way. Oyster having a little trouble getting that anti-fairy. There it is. So... okay, there's the lamp. So people's finished with Skull Woods.
And that was the official confirmation. Map was in the basement. Oh, and Trinex brought up a good point. Some of the waiting was taken out of the dungeons in general in V29.
Ah. Thank you for clarifying. So yeah, so people's got 3 crystals at the 50-minute mark. Looks like people might be going for, I guess, a southern route. Maybe take care of some things. Do quite a few item checks along the way. We haven't seen Hype Cave yet either.
That is true, but instead, I think we're going to see MC Hammer's Vault first.
Yep.
Alright, Oyster went for one bomb jump attempt, and is choosing to just go through normally. We have the Cane of Samaria. We can always form the block we need.
Right. It's just going to take a little longer to clear everything out. Heart.
Alright. Still haven't found any actual items in Ice Palace. We found the big key, so at least Oyster is able to knock the big chest out of the way.
Right. People are going to do the digging game first, because you can't take the little toad with you for that. Real.
Oyster?
Setting up a bomb jump, I guess. Okay, got it. At least. the back way up to 3rd floor.
Oh, I get it. He's trying to avoid retracing his steps. Because normally you would end up over here anyway if you took the other way.
Right. Compass and Piece of Heart is fire locked in Misery Mine. Okay.
Well, that's one item down out of 2. And what are these creatures? Oh. They're the actual berries, just, tile sets.
All screwed up there, man. So Pipo continuing the southern leg of Dark Death World.
The Dark World, which is full of
Southern Dark World. I can talk. So here we go. Our first hype cave check. Get some hype in the chat.
Alright. Bombs. You need more. Heart container. Arrows. Shield. Rupees. That's not a hype cave.
No. Fire shield is nice, but there's the mirror. Well.
And that is all the items in Ice Palace. So now, Swamp Palace is in play.
Yep. Burrito. So Oyster power through.
And I think based off of logic, the big chest is going to have a small key.
I think you're right.
Either that, or we have to go into the iced tea room. Because once you go through this door, there's still another... Oh, right, you can just duck down to the right for a bit, temporarily. Get a small key that way.
Yeah. Or go back to there and, yeah, that works too. There's you were right, there's the key, so... And we keep forgetting, Oyster still does not have a sword. Oyster is not going to Sarsaparilla. It's like...
Now, Pipo is heading to ice. And, yes, Iris, it was the red boomerang.
What is it? Who is the boss in, Ice Palace? Let's see.
We'll know shortly, folks. Just gotta lift the block, fall down the hole, and we end up with...
Mothula. Alright, well. This actually should be pretty easy because no moving platform.
And no spikes to negate the damage. However, we do have to use hammer for the remaining bits.
Yeah, it was probably going to only be one hit anyways, so you used like 7 fire rod shots on him. So Oyster at 5633 is on the board with his first crystal.
But the big question is, when will he go to Eastern? Or at least Sahasrara's closet.
Yeah, it's like... That's preventing him from really... Because that's 2 swords and a bow. And...
Oh, I think Oyster is going to maybe do Graveyard Ledge and a Bumper Cave check.
Yeah, looks like that. No, head south.
Purple chest?
Purple chest or... It's hard to tell.
He's changing his mind! I should have gone with my first instincts. And, Tolly, our other tracker, actually brings up a good point. Who would want to search for a sword in an old man's closet?
Something to be said for that. Piece of heart up top. Oyster's doing... That's right, Oyster I don't think did a lumberjack check.
Well, it has now been checked, and Oyster is probably a little nervous. But at the very least, let's give them all some support. Please follow our runners and our various broadcasting staff, as this has been a very good race so far.
Yeah.
Oyster on the left, PipoOnTour on the right. Iris Isothesis and Tali Neko, or Tali Nico, depending on how you pronounce it, are trackers. Proa 007, our primary comm, and I'm just here on backup.
Trinex asked if he knows where that ether is in both. I think he does actually. Now that I think about it, I think he has been to both, or he has seen both. So if he's not nervous, if he knows, then that probably actually takes a little bit of pressure off. But it still doesn't address his immediate problem: finding the sword and the bow.
Also, my apologies, Iris Isotheus.
Yes.
I had college on my mind.
Well, don't we all? Even though some of us haven't been to college in many years.
One word: debt.
Yeah. That pretty well sums it up, I think.
Alright, Pipo. Pipo has all the items, and go ahead.
I would say Oyster taking the back door into King's Tomb, finds it's just 10 arrows, but so Pipo, when he finishes, will have a pretty commanding lead. At this point, is still an ether away from essentially being in a sort of a soft go mode. Because we still don't know if Trinex is going to show up anywhere, so Ice Rod could still be in play, but otherwise, in great shape.
Oh gosh, this technically means Ice Rod could be the unique item we have to find in Ganon's tower.
Could be.
So let's play a little hypothetical right now, Proa.
Okay.
So let's say we don't find Trinex within the 7 crystal dungeons.
Alright.
We don't have the Ice Rod. We suspect that Trinex may show up. Do you... Oh! There's the 4th sword in the sewers!
And that's the first sword for Oyster. So a great sigh of relief. So, yeah, going back to your hypothetical, it is going to weigh, I think, a bit on their minds, but
what would you do first? Pedestal or Ganon's tower search?
Really sure, to be honest. You'd almost have to want to play with the momentum you have and just kind of ride it out as long as you can, but it is a very much a calculated risk, sure. So we first check in the shed. Let's see what we got. Bombs and arrows. Okay. Oyster is making a beeline back to Skull Woods to finish what he started.
I thought Oyster already checked the Meyer shed, but I may be mistaken.
I don't think he had don't think he had the Moon Pearl at the time.
I thought he did, but didn't have the mirror to head back.
Could have been. Anyway, Pipo is doing Checkerboard Cave, and it's a piece of heart. So, Vanilla. Thank you for clarifying, Killsmith. Appreciate it. So, Pipo's probably just going to gun through desert. It's quick, and first he's got to get a better location.
Oh!
Okay, there we go.
A little worried there.
Yeah. Force, save, and quit. Just 10 arrows on the ledge. So, into desert we go.
With the boots and a fire source, we have access to the boss. Don't know if it's a good boss yet. And again, due to Chaos Mode, we may not even see Trinex, but that's the big one right there. Okay, boots were required. Hint. Cane of Samaria we already found.
Useful hit, just bad timing.
And
Big key.
And Oyster is in an interesting predicament. May want to use arrows for the second phase. Woo!
There's Ether. That is...
It's a soft go mode.
Yeah.
And welcome Game Boy F9. This is Enemizer, where in the Link to the Past Randomizer Challenge Cup rules, it is a requirement that if we use Enemizer, it's Chaos Boss Shuffle. Game Boy is also very well known in the Dragon Warrior Randomizer community, which has its own form of Chaos Mode. And that's all the items there. Nice.
Yep. So Pipo.
Oyster, you cannot use the fire rod for that, and you have to do spin attacks with your sword there.
Try hammer, but
I mean, hammer could work if you're willing to take all that damage. It's better to use arrows at this point. I don't know if bombs will work on this stage.
too bad he doesn't have the bow. He hasn't been to Sarsaparilla.
Excellent point. So, Oyster is in a pickle. Do pickles go well with oysters?
I've never tried them at the same time. Oh boy, yeah, this is bad. This is not good. Oyster is in deep trouble here. He doesn't have anything else. He's gonna try Cane of Samaria now. That's it. That doesn't even work. I didn't know that. So takes the unfortunate death.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Boss of Desert.
Yeah, it is.
Landmolas.
Alright.
Landmolas are one of the easiest ones to tell because they don't show up at the start.
2 cycle. Just a little piece of love, so paranoia check is taken care of. So 106.27 crystal grabs, so that's 5 for Pipo.
And as long as we don't have to worry about Trinex, Pipo can finish this.
Yeah. This is a soft go mode. No guarantees, but yeah, you got it. And he's probably thinking, boy, like kind of on the knife edge here, but you got to be feeling kind of confident, like, well, I've gotten this far.
So, again, we are not going to... we cannot confirm if the pedestal is useless yet. So, into Meyer with, oh boy, Lionel guarding the entrance. That's not a good sign.
Oyster's gonna try again. Pipo's underway in Misery Mire, which would be appropriately his 6th crystal. There's also realized when he finishes Mire, does he do a pyramid check, or does he just carry on and just go straight into Swamp?
Hold on a second, I bring an update. According to Iris Isotheus and Starstreak, the pedestal was checked thanks to Oyster with the book. Piece of heart.
Yeah.
Head's dead. I missed that.
Yeah, I thought I mentioned it, but regardless. So, first item was found in Mire. It was the blue cane.
And we know that the second item, by hint, is just a piece of heart on the Firelock side. So that's all the items we're gonna get.
Right. Oyster finishes off the Helmosaur King. Sword.
And we'll get the Master Sword. And raging! He is not going to be happy if he ever ends up in Eastern.
Yeah. Makes that sarsaparilla check. He might just dash himself into the wall about 6 or 7 times.
And the interesting thing is, depending on Oyster's confidence with Silverless Ganon strats, the bow may not even be required for him.
That is true. Since this is Enemizer, the red mimics aren't going to be obstructing his path necessarily in GT. Silverless Ganon, yikes. With the Master Sword, no less. Ugh.
I mean, if Oyster can do that, he will certainly have the approval of everyone here in chat.
Absolutely. Even just doing half of the fight with Master Sword, it would be impressive. But yeah, the way things are going, it would have to be it's all or nothing at this point.
Though SAGTG does bring up a fair point. Probably wants to find that bow.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely don't want to be forced into that situation if you can help it. We got a purple chest check. We haven't had one of those yet.
Fair point.
So, let's see. Alright. So, on his way to the end of Mire, crystal number 6. What awaits? Okay.
Second Mothula.
Alright.
However, I believe that goo still hurts if you stand on it.
Yeah. I believe you're right, so that's fine. Keep your distance, and it's got... There he goes. And another key, so that's 6 crystals for Pipo. 11156, so he is flying through this seed. Swamp is full clearable, so that makes 7. And if he wants to roll the dice, he can certainly go to GT with what he has and finish it and finish the job.
Bombo's tablet check. Makes sense, we're here. Or bombs.
How appropriate. Bombs and bombos.
Yep. Alright, Pipo, I think, is heading to Swamp right now.
Go for it. It's there. It's available, and barring a Trinex, this is definitely shot. As SAGTG points out, this could be sub 130 if Ice Rod is not an obstruction. Who'd have thought that, especially with the way things were kind of going a bit slow for a while, but you know, I think once Fire Rod and a couple other things came into play, the seat is really just blown.
Yeah, we had an early hiccup, but then we're flooring it, basically.
Yeah, like, what? Like,
and Pipo's not even going to check the hint tile.
Like, that, I don't need no ends, I got what I need.
But does he?
Does he? Well, how much of Swamp is he gonna do? Is this gonna be like a? Because you don't need this is one of two dungeons where you don't need big key to finish.
If I was in Pipo's shoes, honestly, even I would go for the fast Swamp. Just do the quick checks along the way, but don't even check left side. Don't even check the bottom. Just go.
Right. It's like you may feel like you're tempting fate, but at the same time, like you're here, do it. I got everything. You're. That is the challenge here, but such as it is. And overall, I mean, Meyer aside, this has actually been a pretty favorable draw as far as dungeons. No Turtle Rock, no. They didn't even set foot in Pod. Those are two of the longer dungeons in the game.
Due to the nature of this tournament, it is the runners that roll the seeds. There's Ether for Oyster, but so I'm genuinely curious as to who rolled this.
I'd like to find out myself.
We can ask during the interviews, assuming.
Yeah, I can only hope my seed later today is this generous. Like, man.
And yeah, I was correct. Pipo is going to check the back items.
Yeah, it's not a huge time sink. There's Bombos, which actually would be useful if Cold Stare shows up, because that gets rid of the barrier. You don't have to sink all your magic. So he didn't go do the drug deal.
That is true. Oh man, this is just... Oh boy, I am curious here. Alright, we are approaching the boss of Swamp Palace. It could be anyone.
Another land molas. Okay. Fire Rod strats. Tempered sword, no problem.
And just the map.
Okay, 11705 for 7 crystals. Very nicely done. So, let's begin everybody's favorite game. What chest holds the big key, BT?
Ah yes, it is time for that. Folks in chat, there are 22 item locations where the big key can be found. All you have to do is put in a number between 1 and 22 inclusive, If you get it exactly right, then I'll prepare a prize.
I just put in chat. I'm gonna say 10. Damon Rath, 22. Ooh, you sadist. Oh. Oh.
I just put it in chat myself, 18.
18. So that would be, that'd be, depending on how this goes, that's east side. It goes.
It could be. Again, the numbers go by the first runner's order. Oyster learning about the bad news in Checkerboard Cave. Pipo just stopping by, because why not?
Yeah, there wasn't very much, just money and another piece of heart. 12 hearts isn't ideal. Even with blue mail, okay, you can make it work, but, yeah. 13, Trinox and Moldorm 2, Ice Rod in Tile Room. Well, that's remarkably specific. I like it.
Right, we have to consider the ice rod as well. Maybe.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. And we have not set foot in 2 dungeons. We have not set foot in Pod or Turtle Rock. That's 10 items between the 2 of them.
And Eastern Palace didn't really have much of anything either.
No. Okay,
Alright.
so here we go. What?
22 items. First... There's your ice rod, folks!
That is go mode. 119.55. There is nothing that can stop Pipo at this point.
As long as he knows silverless strats.
I think he's okay on that front. So items 1 to 3, no big key.
4. There's the
Ding!
big key.
We are going here, folks. All right.
So the closest one is Iris Isotheus with 3. So you know what? I am going to give you the win, and your prize. It is randomizer seeds. All you have to do is go to ALTTPR.com and generate all the seeds you want and have all the challenges you want. This offer will keep on going until we hit the next major version. Offer void in Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Sorry, old-fashioned television joke.
Yeah. Do enjoy those. So nice having to go through those rooms and not having to deal with mimics.
One of our moderators also lives in Nebraska. Sorry. I'll double check the terms and conditions next time. Pipo about to make his way up the gauntlet.
Helping himself to a fairy thing. Oh.
Not a bad safety play.
Alright, here comes the gauntlet. See how gauntlet-y it is. First room's not so bad.
Second one isn't that bad either.
Third room's pretty sweet, too.
Conveyor belt room, well, it's the conveyor belt room.
Yeah. And then mini Helmosaur and swamp creatures, or the mud creatures. Ugh.
Mudmen. That's
Yeah.
kind of a nice surprise. Alright. Midway boss. Can't tell yet. Certain bosses do spawn in this room.
It's Mothula again. Alright.
And this is how we definitely know Chaos Boss Shuffle is in play. This is our third Mothula.
We've had 3 Mothulas, 2 Vitreouses, 2 Landmolas, and
A Helmosaur King.
a Helmosaur King. So I think that's everybody.
So far, yeah. Because we haven't seen the bosses in Eastern Pod or Turtle Rock, and we are not going into that basement.
Nope.
Speaking of Mothula, hope you like your long-range fights, Oyster. Ooh, there's an unexpected room. 3 Hinoxes.
Yeah. Use Bombos to clear the decks. Good idea. Oyster with half magic had no problem with Mothula. Grabs the crystal at 124.04. Taking the time here. Torch room.
And second torch room is fine. Final 4 chests, will they be opened? Well, the first two won't be.
I can't imagine. He might do the last chest. That's probably it.
It's true, the last possessions chest is a decent one to open if the final hallway ends up proving troublesome. This way you save the boss kill. However,
Right.
you will still be an unofficial thief, and Helmosaur King makes a return.
Not a great room either. This could be a little tricky.
Oh yeah, it's... The problem here is when you when you're down like this, you do not have a lot of room, and the rebound can potentially knock you off.
I think that's 9, so he's gonna have to just power his way through this.
Either that, or maybe go for bomb strats.
It's rare, but it can be useful. I don't know. I don't remember how many bombs it requires, but so long as I've ever actually done that. Ooh.
4 or 5 bombs.
4 bombs? Okay. There he goes.
Alright, will we see the Helmosaur King's last possessions?
Nope.
No! Pipo is a kind soul, leaving them to rest. Been a while since I've used that one.
Yeah. Couple anti-fairies trolling around. This is it. What awaits? There's Aga. So, see how long it takes. It's in pattern first time out of the blocks. I think that was might have been 1 or 2. I couldn't really tell.
If knocked out of the box, then no more. So that's either 3 or 4.
Right.
4 or 5.
Oh, sure, here. Okay, double to finish it off.
So that means the first one was a single. Alright, folks. It is time to deal with the big pig known as Ganon. 4 phases. Not a lot of magic. Blue Male Tempered Sword. Pipo has to play this smart. But first, what is Ganon's words of wisdom? So you thought you might like to go to the show to feel the warm thrill of that confusion, that space cadet glow, something like that. Where is that from?
Like a David Bowie song.
Also, Big Key to Swamp Palace was just below the big chest, so we're gonna see this, and it's a heart container.
In the Flesh by Pink Floyd. I was close. Some psychedelic music. And that's 12 on. It's 12 hits with the Tempered Sword to go from phase to phase.
And Tali Neko or Tali Miko, depending on your silverless strategies, it may be necessary, but we will at least get to know where they are. So some runners may choose to go through the first 3 phases, learn where the silvers are, and then just make the dive for them.
I think people should be okay. I think he's got this covered. He's got his lamp ready.
And...
Death Mountain.
That means either Ether Tablet, Spike Cave, or Mimic Cave. Either that or the old man. We haven't rescued him yet.
That is true. We never did actually get around to that. I think that was 2 hits for Ganon. It's going to take 12 charge swings. Don't think he got it that time. Not sure he got it that time either.
I would still be careful, because I think even with Blue Mail, running into Ganon is 4 hearts of damage.
I believe you're right, yeah. Did he capture a fairy?
He did. There is a little bit of safety.
Can't really tell. I think that's 5 or 6. Okay. There, about the fire bat.
Yeah, this is where silverless strategies come into play, folks.
Top Life asking, released by mistake. He might have. It was very quick what he did. So Pipo is playing it safe. He's being very calculated with his movements. Okay, that's. I think he's at 9 or 10. I really can't tell. Some of those blows can be hard to tell exactly when he actually struck him.
Yeah, I mean, silverless is not the easiest thing in the world.
I think that's 10 or 11. It might be 11. Okay, that's it. PipoOnTour has scored a very impressive win.
Alright, as I said, the timer on screen is a little slow, so the official time now is 1:31:42. So I'm going to see if Pipo wants to join for an interview. Please hang on a moment.
And Oyster has just gone into sarsaparilla, and he is pissed. I don't blame him one bit.
And Pomosing the everything.
Well.
I don't think Oyster is going to be happy. He's still complaining. Oh, now he missed his flight. And missing even more flights.
I think he's doing it on purpose. It's like, Oyster is
Oh my gosh.
and we welcome to the chat PipoOnTour
Thanks
for
man.
a very fine win today. GG.
Thank you.
So, apart from that, you had the detour with the Moon Pearl, but other than that,
To be honest, I just thought that my detour to Kakariko, due to my fear of the chicken heart early, was actually my luck point here in this seed, because I went to Eastern quite early and got my sword. So I guess it is kind of a win by accident there.
yeah, that worked out pretty well for you. And once you got that, and then I believe you saw the hint about Fire Rod being in Thieves, and that was pretty immediate, and that kind of just opened things up for you. It's like, you could go there, you could go to Skull, clear that out. It's like everything kind of broke your way as far as the time went.
Not gonna lie, this seed felt actually amazing. So it was like, well, you got this, now I can go there. Now I got this, now I can go there. And it was so freaking linear for me, and I guess I was just way too lucky there.
Well,
to be honest,
but everything did kind of break fortuitously, but the routing was very on point as far as that was concerned, and you had some pretty good fortune with the bosses and the dungeons, and what you did and didn't have to do.
Yeah, I was always afraid of finding Trinex somewhere in there, and after I found the ice rod in the first chest in GT, actually, I was like, wow, that's quite convenient.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Alright, just as a minor announcement, Oyster has officially forfeited, but I think he's still going to play on. Just wanted to at least take out one of the Vitreouses.
Yeah, they were freaking horrible in the beginning, and
yeah,
after I saw the first one in Tower of Pharaoh, I was like, no freaking way. And you saw me committing to it, but
yeah, both of you actually did in Tower of Hera. You kind of gave it the old college try just to, at least make an honest effort toward it. And I think you had Master Sword at that point, so but it was just too much.
I have to admit that my Bolus Vitreous is somewhat subpar, I guess. Yeah. I'm really not good at it, so I was quite lucky finding the bow quite early after that.
Yeah. So, but the fortune notwithstanding, what were your general thoughts on the seed?
Pardon?
What were your thoughts on the seed overall? Good, bad?
Well, as I said before, I have had way too much luck there, just bailing out of Kakariko without even looking into the chicken heart, because I got trolled by it when in Animator mode so freaking often, and I was just like, nope, not gonna do that. So I got my first two shots there, and I was quite heavy there, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But the main thing that comes to my mind now is the freaking Helmasaur on Skullwoods. What the fudge happened to his tail? Did you see it? Is she there?
Yeah, we thought that was something. Apparently, bosses in Skullwoods in general are pretty whacked out because of the moving conveyor platform. So, it worked out, but yeah, that was pretty weird. we were quite amused by that.
Yeah, don't ask. I really needed to hold it together because I was almost bursting out while laughing. It was so freaking amusing.
Yeah, it's like you don't see that every day of the week.
Yep. Well, but I have to say, I guess I just got lucky in this seat, and well, we'll have to see what's going on tomorrow then, I guess.
And we welcome to the chat Oyster. GG.
GG, mate. Oh man.
Hi.
So it's like, so you're never, so not to be glib, but you're never gonna forget the Sasparilla's hut again, are you?
It's not so much that I forgot it. Like I knew I could go to it at any time. But I also knew that Pot and Eastern were both pendants.
Right.
And I was just like, I can forego this whole thing and see if it works. And oh boy, howdy, did it not.
Yeah, like you found 2 swords, and it took kind of the long way, and you know, had to get sword number 1 in the dark room and escape, and you know that leads you to Skullwoods, which gets you sword number 2, and it's like, oh boy.
Yeah, and walking into 2 Vitreous without really anything to damage them outside of a hammer was just like, nope, 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 nope.
And you had Helmasaur King and Skullwoods with the moving conveyor, and having to use Baby Sword with charged swings just to damage him after you break his mask. Yeesh.
Yeah, I know you can damage him with the hammer, and I did a couple of times. I probably would have been better off trying to use the hammer extend by using a charge sword, but I didn't think about that until after I'd beaten him.
Well, one of those harsh lessons you kind of have to learn, I guess.
Yeah. But, yeah, like, the closet bit me pretty hard. However, I'm never going to forget any location because I've been bitten by pretty much every location.
Yeah.
Although I will say, this is probably the 5th time that I've tried to go through Skullwoods without a sword.
Yeah, like we even missed that until I think we got to the room. It's like, oh right, like you don't have a sword. Oh
Yeah.
man. Well, it's like, well, you were saying sword for a while, and
I think it was 55 minutes.
Pipo was actually a Sans Moon Pearl for a little while. Was
Chicken
able to, yeah, Chicken Hut, yeah. But it eventually worked itself out. But so yeah.
That reminds me, what? The chicken hut was only filled with cuckoos this time, right?
It was.
Yes.
So
I was too afraid to even look at it. So
I'm part of a little tradition where you go into the hut and you free the cuckoo that's under the jar.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it. And I didn't do it because I was afraid of, like, a roller coming out from under the pot and just steamrolling me with 3 hearts. So, apologies for anyone who saw it. I didn't free the cuckoo.
Yeah. It's alright. It's alright. It's Enemizer. We've already got enough crazy in this.
Right?
I'm actually curious about the fact that every single enemy in the chicken hut was a cuckoo. Is it entirely possible that V30 has changed that so that the cuckoo room is always going to just be filled with cuckoos? Or was it just one of those very rare seeds where it was just generated to be all cuckoos?
It actually happened by accident. I did a few Animizer practice seeds before, and I got quite bodied there, so it really was just a miracle, I guess. Don't know.
So, in terms of how you guys agreed to this, who voted? Who I guess chose this?
That was me.
That was you.
Yep. I have 3 matches this week. I chose all of them, and this was the only one not inverted because I thought I'd give myself a break.
Okay, so how wrong you were.
Indeed.
So, what I guess makes you favor, say, Enemizer versus, say, another mode? What appeals to you about what's appealing to you about it?
It's just literally it was something different.
Something different.
I've played so many open. I'm going to say standard seeds, but they were open at standard. You know, defeat Ganon, randomized swords, whatever. And my match on Wednesday was inverted. My match later tonight is also inverted Key Sanity swordless pedestal.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna love it. And this was just like, okay, let's give myself a break with a normal seed, but not too normal because that's boring. And so Lionel's were all over the light world. There you go.
So you tend to favor these sort of wonky seeds. How about you?
Yeah. I'm not good at this game. Any edge I get is going to come from wonkiness.
Pipo, what do you think about this? These settings, yay or nay overall?
To be honest, when I scheduled my second match with Oyster tomorrow, I just chose like inverted Key Sanity all dungeons. So I'm like the guy going to those wonky fancy settings as well. So I don't know. It felt like yay, vanilla-ish seed, but well, why not? So.
As for me, I personally like some of these variations because it at least gives me a chance to see how well I can commentate these different combinations.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Triforce Hunt one was very interesting as well.
The main thing is, with all those fancy settings and stuff, the game actually becomes way more interesting and fun to play. And that's what I really love about it.
Yeah, this is great. I'm a big fan of because these settings have been around forever, except for inverted, obviously. And I really only have time to play in the tournaments that I join. I don't have time to do like extraneous for fun games, although the tournament's for fun, so there's that.
Right.
And having a chance to actually do this within a tournament is awesome.
Right. Okay. Any other final?
I at least commend you, Oyster, for trying to finish this seed out regardless, because
yeah.
I get your frustration with everything.
I found I went into the closet as he was finishing, and like that was just perfect timing.
yeah, I guess so. I just read your comment about that, and I was like, oh no, this is gonna be a frustrating time for me.
All I had left to do was the 2 Vitrii.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I really feel sorry for you, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's like oh man, yeah.
So it's a GG. Yeah, that was a GG.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Ganon said that silvers were on Death Mountain. I'm pretty sure I cleared all of Death Mountain except for Spike Cave and Old Man.
You did? Lol. Alright.
Yeah, no.
Oh, boy.
Old Man did not come into play, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't do Spike Cave either. So it might be there. For
reference, first of all, yes, we are kind of semi-time traveling here, but, you know, special tournament rules, 20-minute delay. It's fine, it's fine. You had already forfeited. I think I can officially say that now.
Okay.
And if not, then this is my last time I help volunteer for this tournament, I guess. But anyway, the locations that have been missed have been Rescuing the Old Man, Ether Tablet,
oh yeah,
Spike Cave, and Mimic Cave.
Oh yeah, Ether Tablet.
Yeah, those Bombos was checked, but not Ether.
Okay, yeah. And I tried to do Old Man without lamp or a sword, and I don't even know what I ran into. It sounded like spikes. So I'm just like, I'm gonna do this later.
There were spikes, and there was a Mimic in there I saw at one point.
Okay. I didn't have lamp when I tried, so then I wasn't gonna try that again.
Yeah, both of you made a game attempt at it, but yeah, there was nothing to be done as far as that went.
Okay.
I just saw you were quite lucky on the quarter heart and
Yeah.
Right in the validation chest. That was amazing.
Wow. I didn't even bother to get this one.
The game decided to cut you one break there.
Yeah, wait until you see my Ganon.
May as well keep the footage up.
That's true, because I did undone and then done.
Right.
Spoilers.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going... as I said, it's a... 20-minute delays are slightly confusing. I apologize for everyone if we're kind of breaking the fourth wall now.
I didn't expect to continue, but then I was just like, yeah, I got the 2 viddies and might as well.
And for the record, the interview was scheduled before the redone was done, so...
Right.
True!
So it's...
It's a little Mystery Science Theater 3000. Come on.
It's a crazy tournament with crazy seeds. You might as well have weird interviews to go with it.
Right.
And I got the appropriate music loaded up. So
this is your last time volunteering?
As long as I'm not in trouble for how this ended up, then...
Yeah,
I'll be fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Everybody's having fun.
Yeah.
And I really guess that this should actually be the main aspect of this journey, just to have fun and derp around, so I guess it should be fun.
It should be a fun tournament for everyone, and... Goodness, I'm at least having fun. Even if I ended up just not having a step in for commentary, I still would have had fun with this one from the sidelines.
113, oh wow, you beat the crap out of me.
Yeah, that was we were thinking pretty much. Oh yeah, here goes. Yeah, we were thinking. I think by about Crystal 6 sub 130.
Sorry, I just saw me die.
Yeah.
And
oh boy.
And by die, I mean fall.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh. Man, you didn't get Mushroom?
Mushroom
You're
was
missing
located in the Hookshot Cave along with the book.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
And the drug deal led to half magic.
Yeah. The drug deal, I like that. I really liked the location of Ice Rod. And I was really hoping that Trinex was going to be on Moldworm or something. Moldworm 2.
A number of us were hoping for it, but... didn't happen. This ended up being a Trinex-less seed. There are 4 locations unaccounted for, but we didn't have to see them.
Were there 3 moths? I feel like there were 3 moths.
There were 3 moths, yes.
There were
Okay.
3 moths, yes. 2 Helmers and 2 Vitties.
Yeah.
And... what was it? And I guess 2 Lamolas?
2
Yep.
Lamolas,
Yeah.
yes.
2 Lamos.
We only had 4 different bosses.
No blind, no... I was also dreading Armos because I didn't have the bow forever.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we forgot about that, yeah. But
It's... this is the nature of Chaos Boss Shuffle with Animizer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is gonna be good. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but this is gonna be good.
yeah.
Not gonna lie, in my Ganon fight, I actually tried to get those safety fairies in GT, and by accident I just released it. And,
Oh no!
and in the Ganon fight I was on a half heart left, and I was it was like I can't even tell. My heart rate was way too high for this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something, and made it work though. I mean,
Half a heart, yeah. Wow.
you played it just very cautiously and very carefully. Oh.
Here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. Best part of the match. No, never mind. I lied.
Ganon is becoming slightly acrobatic now with his teleports.
My favorite part of this seed is
Oh.
right here. Yes, yes.
Ouch.
No,
Isn't that the
fucking
best
way.
hug?
Oh my gosh.
Wow,
That's brutal.
Yikes. Oh boy. That's Fields Batman right there.
Yeah,
I wanted to be hugged so bad I spawned him on top of me.
that's just the nature of how this randomizer goes.
yeah.
Well, you can see where he was teleporting, and I kind of did it to myself. But that was the thing.
Yeah.
I also have a red potion. Why didn't I use it? Because I forgot I didn't have red mail.
Oh.
Yeah, only blue mail at this point. Red mail could have been anywhere.
Yeah.
Probably somewhere in GT right side or so.
I didn't do
guess.
Eastern or Pod. Or TR.
Neither did I. And I know for a fact that there was a unique item, at least in TR, so...
Right.
maybe.
I was hoping that was going to be Silvers.
Based off of what's been found, it was probably going to be the shovel.
Shovel or cape?
Yeah, maybe red
Could be,
mail,
yeah.
but I'm just gonna say shovel.
Yeah. Does seem like the kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oyster, I was going to ask, what is your sprite?
Casual Zelda.
Casual Zelda. Okay.
I don't
What?
remember casual Zelda. Are we talking like Zelda in a casual Breath of the Wild style outfit?
I have absolutely no idea. I saw it in the last match I did Zelda, so I was like, alright, cool.
Oh.
Trying to think now. Well, yeah, because I found Quake.
I was so freaking afraid of Quake, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
We figured that out. We figured out it wasn't aggro required for about 45 minutes, I think it took.
I
There-
think so.
But yeah, it's like that was definitely on our minds, and given the way the seed was kind of doling out the items, we thought, well, we need to have a curveball here, and that would be the perfect one.
Who would have thought that the curveball would have been Sahasrala's closet?
Yeah. That was your curveball.
That was my curveball, yeah.
Pipo's curveball was Chicken Hut.
Yeah, that's an easier curveball.
Alright.
It probably is.
So, folks, as silly as this is going to sound, I guess give Oyster GG for finishing regardless with a very... I don't know if this counts as an official time or not anymore, but I have it logged according to SRL as 157.08, so we'll just go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, GG to you, man.
Yeah! Dot forfeit, dot undone, dot done.
Alright, you get the victory music now.
Oh boy.
Oh, there's victory music. Hi.
Yeah, joys of me being the restreamer, I come prepared with remixes. And what happened to those, Landmo statues?
Enemizer is what
Enemizer.
happened to them.
So, So now that all pretense of time travel has been thrown out the window, are you looking forward to your next matches?
Yeah, it's in about 10 hours.
Yeah, I got mine in about 40 minutes, so I gotta get ready in a few minutes.
Indeed.
Oh, fingers crossed for you then, man.
Thanks.
And I guess my next match is actually against Oyster as well, and it's happening tomorrow in the same time, I guess.
Yeah?
So I have a bit more time for me now. But I really think that things are looking good because it's so much fun playing this year, and I just want to have a good time. That's all.
Absolutely.
That's the plan.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
Alright.
Thanks for hosting, thanks for tracking, thanks for restreaming and stuff. And I'll hopefully be seeing you guys a little later.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Alright, and that's everything I wanted to say either, so have a good time, guys.
Alright, thanks. GG's once again.
Everyone, give it up for Oyster SA and PipoOnTour. Please give them a follow if you haven't already. And don't forget about my commentary partner, Proa007, our trackers, Iris, Isotheus, and Tali Neko, or Tali Nico. I still haven't gotten that cleared up.
Yeah. All the same.
So, yeah, since this is Randomania, I am required to go over the upcoming events. And tonight we have a very special occasion here. Instead of the normal Saturday evening events, on all of the Randomania networks, to my knowledge, we have 2 events. On Randomania Prime, aka just Randomania, at 10 p.m. there is the Zelda 2 Randomizer Standard Tournament Grand Finals. And on all of the other Randomania networks, 2 through 4, the Zelda 1 Randomizer Battle Royale Last Chance Qualifier, also at 10 p.m. So we have Zelda all throughout. Well, in about 9.5 hours, so give us a bit. But yeah, Proa, any final words?
I can only hope my seed is not nearly as entertaining as this one.
So,
we'll
yeah.
See what happens.
Please follow Proa as well and cheer him on his race. No guarantee for anyone covering it, but it should be a good one.
I hope so. Mine isn't near. My settings aren't nearly as interesting. It's open, pretty standard stuff, so I can't deal with too much crazy. So future matches might be crazy.
We will see. But for now, let's wrap things up here.
Alright.
So, for everyone here, this is Wolfman2000 saying until next time. Watch out for Vitreous, apparently.
Yeah, really.
Have a good day, everyone.
Have a good day, everybody.